What's up, everybody? It's KB, and I love movies. I know, I could tell by the comments. Thank you for joining us. I was just saying I'm happy for everyone who was able to join us in the past week or so, getting the spooky season off to a great start. So if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. If it's your first time here, welcome. Um, so, for those of you that don't know, I'm attempting to do 31 of these conversations in various forms and fashions over 31 days of October. So, it's been going good so far. It's been a nice mix of new guests, returning guests, special guests. Over the weekend, I had Maxi Funk join me. That was a great conversation. Fellow New Yorker. So, we covered New York stuff, we covered art. It's a passion of mine. I am a creative in the day. I work mostly in Adobe Premiere. He's an illustrator guy, and that's how he does all the cool vector art stuff for steelbooks, including Pumpkinhead coming out tomorrow, Best Buy exclusive. If you haven't copped that yet and got it over the weekend, go and try to get your copy tomorrow. And if you haven't watched the conversation, go back and check out the replay. Check out any of the replays that we've had so far. But tonight we have a returning guest. Happy to have him on because always an interesting perspective. We always get into some great conversations online, IG. Like the monkey was saying in his intro, him and his partner Coco does some of the best out of the theater reviews. Always in the car. So I don't know. How do you guys tackle being in the car when it's like 102 down there?
AC.
And then, oh my gosh, but then the AC is like blowing air and making noise. How do you guys get around that?
I don't know. I really just hold the phone with my hand and hold it steady, you know.
It's funny because I know I've attempted to do that a couple of times, and it's like, oh my gosh, the AC is so loud, and
Oh, really?
About how much background noise I could cut out and everything, but it always seems to work out well for you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe parking under trees. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Florida heat, we're used to it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that definitely helps. But how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Happy to have this conversation with you again.
Me here.
Because I know by everything from the things on your couch to the zombie poster to that lovely collection behind you, and the gear, you are a fan of horror and spooky movies and the creepy stuff. So,
oh yeah, huge fan.
I said I gotta get Brian in here, and I know you're gonna come with some good ones that are probably going to be new to some people. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you have. But
yeah, I got a little mixed bag here.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like a mixed bag. Let's see who's joining us in the chat before we get started. So we had the monkey with his intro, interviewing half of the best out of the theater reactions. Yeah, I am doing that now. He likes the Little Mermaid in-car review best. I know after your spooky picks, I won't be able to get any rest. He's excited.
Oh, thank you, monkey.
We got Jordo in the house. What's up, spooky people?
What's up, Jordo?
We got Brother Dell. What's up? John Doe Juggalo. Check out his YouTube channel. He's getting into longer videos. That was really cool to check out his video most recently. And he had his son with him. That was really cool. They gave a nice little perspective on the latest Chucky episode. So
cool.
Nice to see you putting out some more content, man. Keep it up. We got Corey in the house. What's up?
Corey?
Hey, who's that?
I don't know.
Feel free to drop in here and say it the right way. We got Emin in the house. What will you do on the unlucky day of Friday the 13th?
What will I do? I don't know. I think I'm gonna go see Taylor Swift in concert on the
yeah. With you. You didn't know Brian's a Swiftie.
No, Coco is. I'm just going along.
Yeah, that's right. Coco loves all the singing and everything, so that's fun. Holland Oates in the house. Hey,
Holland.
We got Gunchi checking in. How's it going? Stephen Wilson in the house. Forget about me. You in the house, saying hello to me and everyone else. We got Culture Trini in the house. Salute, my dude.
Up training.
Jeff K coming back. Looking forward to your interesting comments in the chat tonight. Yes, thank you, everyone. No sound, no sound, no sound. Yeah, man, it's nice to see the people come out. Always good to see the chat up and hopping, get the conversations going there too. Yeah, I gotta stop doing that. It's like I do all this stuff and I'm moving around during the intro, and I'll get it together. I promise. I need to get this room together. I was telling Brian I'm adding shelves and moving boxes of movies, which is not easy. These boxes are very heavy when you're moving them around.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to mute before we start, and then hey, Dummy, take yourself off mute. So let's see. We got James in the house. Yes.
What's up, James? How you doing?
Yeah, it's like that old Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, yes. My StreamYard is cursed. We learned that the night that we had Mika and Kira on. It was basically like minimizing and maximizing, not wanting to close windows. Very spooky.
I didn't watch yours yet. I watched a few of them, but
just go back and check out that part. It was so weird. Emmett wants to know, what do you like about the spooky season?
Just the vibes around. I mean, I like that everything is being decorated the way it's supposed to be all year round. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I like all the attractions we have in the Tampa Bay area where I live. As we have Howl of Scream at Busch Gardens, so that's really cool. And then we also have Universal Halloween Horror Nights, which is awesome. And there's a few others. I don't like the ones where they touch you though.
Nah. Don't touch me.
A couple of them do that. I mean, if you touch me, I'm probably gonna slug you back.
There you go. That's me.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
I don't know, for me, like before we start out, I normally try to eat before I come and do these, but I just sat there and I didn't want to eat anything. For those of you who didn't know, our friends in Canada celebrated Thanksgiving. So you would think, all right, turkey stuffing. But my friend posted a picture of pumpkin pie. And since then, that's all I want to eat. I just want pumpkin pie with a whole bunch of Ready Whip on top. I could eat a whole meal of it right now. So probably not good for me, though. Good evening, Mr. Tony. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey, Tony.
Everyone saying hi to each other. We got Laren in the chat. What's up? What's up?
What's up, Laren?
He's coming up pretty soon. Draculina, she had something cool going on, making a kind of a community Spotify playlist of scores and soundtracks, which I think is pretty nice.
That's cool.
Floyd House Flicks. What's up, Big Chris? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Saying hi to each other. Don't want to miss anybody. Love the conversations going. Yes. I love that Bernie Mac joke about pumpkin pie. you just reminded me of that, so now it's gonna be in my head. But we're gonna put Brian through our spooky season version of the 5 takes. A little bit different, but we'll spend some time talking about the movies. Here's the twist tonight, kids. I don't know what he picked. Normally, we go back and forth. We get the list of movies, but Brian's going to do it a little bit different tonight. So whatever he hits us with, I have no idea. So we're just going to start off with the number 1 question, which is, name the horror movie that made you fall in love with the genre, because you are a big fan. So what got it started?
Well, being a big fan, I have a couple actually. One of them is not so much a horror movie, but it's got some crazy gore in it, and it kind of just paves the way for horror a little bit. I don't know. The Toxic Avenger.
Toxic.
Just the original. Watching this back in the day, I never saw anything like it in my life. It's insane. It's out there. It's independent. Bad acting. Crazy practical effects. I don't know. I can't really describe this movie any other way. That I don't know. It's just a wild ride of a movie. I chose 3 actually for this question. So sorry if that's breaking the rules or whatever.
Nah, you're fine.
Reanimator.
Mm.
That's one I've always watched back in the day when I was a teenager. And once it caught my eye, I just kept on watching it. I love the original. The sequels are okay, but this is the one that hits home for me. I always love Herbert West. Everything that Jeffrey Combs does is great. So this is right up there. Awesome effects too. So,
yeah, I have a love for Barbara.
And then the last one would be Brain Dead or Dead Alive. It's on my shirt, but
Nice.
I don't have the DVD handy with me. It's in one of the closets we got packed up. We're moving next month, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very cool. We got some comments here about Toxic Avenger. Toxic so good. Is that from the 4K set, or are you upgrading to?
No, this is the 88 film steelbook. But I might get the 4K set down the road, but $100 for 4 movies, it's kind of hard to do.
Yeah, kind of hard to justify. Yeah, it's fun. I just remember when that. I don't know if you have this memory, but like when I used to see it in the video store, it was almost like it was attractive because you just look at the poster or the box art and you're like, what the hell is that movie about? I need to find out. And when I finally watched it, I was like, this is insane, but I love it.
He's got a mop and a tutu on.
Yeah, it's great. Yes. Caprice loves the Reanimated movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a load of fun. John wants to know where you got your shirt from, the Dead Alive.
This is from Creeperama, John Doe Juggalo.
Nice. That's definitely not Cavity colors, I could tell. Yeah, love Reanimator. I finally, because I think I had the DVD last, and I don't know where that is. I've lost more DVDs than I have right now, but I finally picked up the Blu-ray on that last Arrow sale. Yeah. I was like, I missed out on the box like what you have, so I just grabbed the Blu-ray. I'm like, because you know what I'm waiting for.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, why go in like eBay or whatever when there's a 4K coming, and it's gonna have all the stuff that one has if it's Arrow. Mm-hmm. So Larry and I kick off spooky season with Reanimator in late September because it isn't Halloween related, but it still fits. Yeah. Adrian James in the house. What's up?
What's up, Adrian?
All right, let's continue on, and this is probably where we'll spend the majority of time. For those of you unaware, we're going to talk about naming some of Brian's favorite spooky or creepy movies. As we know, that doesn't necessarily mean horror, but let's see what he has.
I picked out about like 10 or so titles for this.
Bring it on. We got time.
All right. So this is in no particular order either. No order of the way I like them or anything like that. Don't answer the phone. This is a Vinegar Syndrome release here, in case you wanted to pick it up. This is just a really, sleazy. It's kind of like a one that stars just one guy. I don't know. It's kind of like if you know, like it kind of reminds me of Joe Spinell, the way the guy acts. He just likes to take pictures of like cute girls and stuff like that, and he stalks them and kills them, and it's just basically a straightforward like creeper slasher type movie. But I don't know. There's something about it that just hits me, and it's from '79, so it's pretty old. But the actor Nicholas Worth in here does a great job as the main star, and you just kind of follow through the eyes of him through the whole movie. It's pretty bizarre, but it's a lot of fun.
There's a lot of movies like that, like late 70s going into the 80s, where it's like it's more psychological thriller than horror, but it was kind of also creeping towards the slasher subgenre that kind of invaded the 80s and everything like that. And you see it not just with the icons like Jason, Freddy, so forth, but you see it also with like movies like Happy Birthday to Me, like early 80s, where it's just like, there's someone out there, some kind of serial killer or something like that. And all those type of movies, at least I feel you could tell me different, kind of ushered in the slasher movies.
Oh, they definitely did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What else you got?
Started with Halloween and then just kind of went off from there.
Yeah.
Black Christmas first, actually, before Halloween.
Oh yeah.
probably Just Before Dawn. This is like a summer camp kind of slasher movie. It's pretty wild too. Stars a great what's his name? George Kennedy's in here. No one else real notable. It's got this guy Greg Henry, who was also in Slither, but that's the original art. Basically just 5 friends weekend camp out in the woods, getting picked off one by one, and you find out that this killer has kind of a few tricks up his sleeve, and you find out at the end that there's there's something about this killer that makes him different from the rest. I'm not going to spoil the end of the movie, but it's pretty cool. If you like backwoods slasher movies, like this one's a must. I would recommend this highly. It's just one of those when you find I don't know, like Hicks in the woods, just picking off people, and I like the gorgeous scenery of the woods and everything in this, and it's a real good one. Underrated.
Yeah. It's probably movies like that those college kids watch in Tucker and Dale.
Yeah. It's like one of those. Yeah.
What year was that, if I may ask?
What year was this? I don't know. Oh, 81.
Yeah, I was gonna say like early 80s, before like all the Jason movies, things like that too.
Yeah.
It's a lot of examples like that, just like in the previous one that you pulled.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Mama Blu-ray? Thank you for joining us. What's up, E? Hope you're enjoying your holiday. And he's actually the one, his family posted that pumpkin pie. So nice. Eric, I hope you had a slice of that pumpkin pie for me, because I want some. I might end up just making me a pie because it's that bad. There's one. Just Before Dawn is great.
Yep.
Love it. And there's a pumpkin pie maker. What's up, best friend? How's it going tonight? I'm thinking about your pumpkin pie. I just watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre the other week. Do you have any other? Do you recommend any of the sequels, or just stick with the original? I put that to you.
I recommend the sequel. The second one, it's a lot more campy and fun. It's more of a comedy than a horror, the second one, so you just gotta know that in advance. But I think you'll have a lot of fun with that, James.
Yeah. It's like the same characters as far as the family, but the perspective isn't as, I don't know, terrifying, I would say, as the first one.
Yeah, it doesn't take itself as serious at all.
No. And that's a Vinegar Syndrome release if you wanted to go for the 4K, James. But I've seen it like other places, like I've seen it on Hamilton Books too.
Yeah.
At this point, you're not going to get a slip, and not that that's important to you, but a great way to get the 4K, either Vinegar Syndrome, or I would try Hamilton Books first, just to save a few pennies.
Yeah, it's got Dennis Hopper in it too.
Yeah. Laren also recommends Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Really doesn't get enough love. I don't know. I don't know if I would agree with that. I think people who love that movie gives it a lot of shine.
Yeah.
And I just remember when they announced it, when Vinegar Syndrome announced it, and how quickly that limited edition with the slip sold out. I'm like, yeah, it's getting proper attention, at least from like horror fans and collectors. They knew what was up as soon as they saw it.
Yeah.
Corey says TCM2 is nuts. Frank Booth versus Leatherface. Yeah. I haven't watched that in a while. I'd love to revisit it soon. But like I've been saying, after these 31 conversations and about 150 some odd movies that I had to watch for it, I'm going to need a break from anything spooky, creepy, horrific. I just need, like I said, some rom-coms.
Yeah.
I need to watch
some action movies or something.
Yeah, I need to crack open my Sisu and watch that again.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. So yeah, too much. Let's see what else you got.
Well, this is almost a standard movie at this point. But I'm going to choose Maniac.
Yes, I got mine up there somewhere.
Yeah, I have the Blu-ray set with the lenticular cover too, because I like the soundtrack that comes with that one. But yeah, this is a great slasher movie. It's another one of those almost from the point of view perspective of the killer throughout the whole thing. But this guy is wild. He scalps women and puts their scalps on mannequins and collects mannequins in his place. He's a really creepy, sweaty dude. Joe Spinell, William Lustig directed this one. That's the guy who actually owns the company Blue Underground that this release is based from. Yeah, it's got great effects from Tom Savini, and not really too much more I can say about this one. Yeah, what year is this from? It's got to be from, I think, 1980.
Yeah, I was about to say that's another early 80s movie right there.
1980. So
I know you've probably seen it, but what do you think about the remake?
the remake's really good.
Yeah.
I like that it. I mean, that actually does a POV the whole movie.
Yeah.
With Elijah Wood, you don't even see his face, but once or twice in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that was really effective and pretty cool.
I know by the end of this month we're definitely going to talk about that. I know someone wants to talk about it, so stay tuned. We'll be going into detail with Maniac and probably some of the remake too. So Maniac has a sleaze that is found in so much Italian stuff. Like like some of those Giallo films, heavy on that factor of the film, where it's like not, I wouldn't even say slasher, but more serial killer kind of thing. And you know, a little bit of sleaze there too.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving night with a slice of pumpkin pie and sweet potato pie. Yeah, I moved away from the sweet potato pie. Now we just have a casserole because there's never enough sweet potato pie to go around. So we just make like 2 big Pyrexes of sweet potato casserole, and that seems to go really far.
I bet.
Yeah, today is well, I just say the weekend. This weekend is Canadian Thanksgiving. So this is another good one. I hope this is not one of the 10 you brought, but
no.
Event Horizon. I still have Kenny Level's 4K Steelbook that he was very upset about having to give to me, but
that's actually my favorite sci-fi horror movies, Event Horizon.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Wow. It's a good one. It's a good one for sure. Yeah, man, keep the party going.
Keep the party going. All right. Next one is it's hard to, this is a wild one. Street Trash. Have you seen this one?
You got to tell me about that one.
You haven't seen this one?
No.
Oh man. So there's a group of bums. I'm not sure exactly where they live, but Lower Manhattan. Okay. So there's a group of bums or whatever. They it opens up kind of funny, just with a bunch of bums like stealing stuff from grocery stores and stuff like that. And this is off the charts, insane, this movie. But they go into this liquor store, right? And some bums trying to get some cheap liquor, and this guy pulls out this bottle of this liquor called Viper out of from underneath the shelf there. The stuff that's been sitting there for years, it has dust all over it. He kind of just blows the dust off and sells it to him for real cheap. I guess it's some really expired liquor or something like that. And so he gives it to one of the bums. The bum takes it out to the alley, drinks it, and he starts to melt. And his body just starts melting, all these different oozy colors and stuff like that. It's a sight to see. It's a crazy ass movie. And then this case of this liquor just goes around to all these different bums in the area, and they end up one sitting on a toilet, and he goes into the toilet just like what you see here.
Oh man,
it's a wild movie. It's a dirty movie because they're really street trash. Like these people are just filthy looking the whole movie and stuff like that. But just following this group of people and just having a ball with it. I don't know. It's something that you'll never see anything like this, man.
That sounds really uncommon. Like it's probably not even like B-level status, but it's just something that stays with you.
Yeah, it definitely stays with you. This one's from 87.
All right.
It says Eraserhead meets Night of the Living Dead on the set of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Wow. That's somebody trying to market it to get some studio to buy in.
Yep.
It sounds like an anti-drinking PSA.
The drink is 40 years old, it says.
Oh my God.
It's like a wild movie.
What label is that from?
That's from Synapse, and that's easily available. I think it's like $12 or $15 on Amazon.
Okay. Yeah. The reason I keep asking is because I know if it's something that people haven't seen, they just want an easy way to seek it out.
Yeah.
The monkey comes back with a question before we move on. What is Brian's first thought on the new Thanksgiving film coming out? Will you be doing an out-of-theater review for that one by yourself because of the intense gore, or will Coco be in it too?
Coco just didn't like the Saw franchise too much, so we skipped that one. She doesn't like all the torture stuff like that in Hostel. It kind of freaks her out a little bit, but she doesn't mind like Thanksgiving. We're definitely going to go see that. The one thing I don't like about the Thanksgiving film that's coming out is that I wish it was filmed like with the Grindhouse like kind of lens to it, kind of like the trailer was back in 2007 whenever they had it before the Grindhouse movie.
Yeah,
because it was the fake trailer before that, just like Machete was. So yeah, that's the only gripe I have with it so far. I think the trailer looks really cool, but just the fact that they polished it up and just didn't put that Grindhouse kind of aspect to it. I think that's probably because those movies didn't do all that well in the box office.
But I think that was like part of the appeal. The same thing.
Part of the appeal, yeah.
The same thing with what you call it? I just went blank. The two Tarantino Grindhouse movies.
The Planet Terror and Death Proof, yeah.
Yeah. I just think it's supposed to be kind of like kitschy like that. So that campy filter over the whole movie is a part of it, or at least it should be.
I am glad to see another Eli Roth straight horror movie though.
Yeah.
He hasn't done one in a while.
I feel like he kind of moved away from like writing, directing, stuff like that, and got more into the production and promoting other people, which I mean, it kind of helped a few people well, but you know, we want something that will make us feel like, this is the guy who did Hostel.
Yeah, I love Cabin Fever. That's my favorite movie he did.
Let's see. Want to grab that new Grindhouse set that combines the two movies. I want to see if it actually does it. I forget who's doing that, if it's Umbrella or whoever, but if they truly do it that way, like the way it was theatrically, that would be cool.
Yeah.
But you know, like a lot of people found out recently trying to grab that the 2-disc set that was there at Best Buy, I don't think there's a lot of licensing that might allow people to be able to do that.
This one did it, but it's an older out of print.
I remember that. That was like the first time it popped up on Blu-ray, right?
Yeah, it's the first one that did it, and it's got a cool opening gatefold slipcover.
Yeah.
But out of print though, so.
What up, G? Catch you on the replay, my man. Thanks for popping in. Yeah. Yeah, it does look good. I just hope they didn't like give us all the good stuff in it.
I think it'll be good.
They did confirm the details of the release, that one disc with the entire theatrical version. Okay, cool. Good. Let's see. Cautious, not a fan of most Eli Roth films. Yeah, he's very divisive on his material, whether it's writing, directing, or even producing. Like some of the stuff he puts out, I was like, you co-signed this, bro? It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, go back into it. What else you got?
Keep on going?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have this by itself, so I'm going to kind of cover it. Terror Vision.
Oh, wow.
This is a wild one.
Yeah.
I don't know. This family called the Puttermans, they have the satellite dish in their backyard, and then late one night, the TV kind of goes static, kind of crazy, and then you see this big monster on the television through the satellite dish, and the monster comes out of the TV and starts eating the family and turning them into different beings and stuff like that. I don't know. It's another crazy one. You do have Garrett Graham in here, who is in I don't know, he's in a bunch of movies, but I remember him most from like Chud 2, and it has Diane Franklin in here from Better Off Dead and Poltergeist on Amityville 2, The Possession. She's in here. Last American Virgin, that girl. But yeah, it's another crazy one, man. I don't know. It's a one that you watch late at night. It's like an hour and 15 minutes long. They'll just something to put on late at night when your friends are partying and hanging out or something.
Yeah, I was just talking to someone about that today, saying, can we just bring back the 94-minute special?
Yeah.
I watched 2 movies today. I won't reveal them, but I was in and out of those 2 movies in 3 hours and 7 minutes, just watching them back to back.
Mm-hmm.
That means they average like roughly a little over an hour and a half. That's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. And the whole thing is good storylines, complete, nothing lingering at the end to make you think that there is possibly a sequel. One of them had 2 sequels, but the other one just wrapped it up perfectly at the end. No sequel, but we don't need 2-hour horror movies anymore.
No.
I love this person's name. I love it. Subjective, perspective, collective. Can't get any better than that. Thanks for hanging out and joining us.
What's up, Dirk? That's my buddy Dirk.
Oh yeah. When was the last time you guys did a show together, like over on Pops?
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah.
We do some late night streams every once in a while, but we haven't done one of like our top 5s in a long time.
Shout out Dirk, man. I only would catch him like when he would be on Pops. So
yeah, he does some Euro cult streams with Dead Pit.
Oh, okay. Love the Pit.
Yep.
How many more you got?
5.
All right, go for it.
Next one is Evil Speak. This one stars the great Clint Howard. It's
R.I.P.
Yeah. No, he's still alive, Clint Howard.
I meant his career.
Oh, his career. Oh yeah. But anyways, yeah, his career kind of went down. So he's just like a teenage outcast, kind of gets picked on by everybody. Comes across like I don't know, it's a weird one. He unleashes like this unholy terror, something from beyond like a computer screen or something like that. I don't know. It's another weird one. It's been a while since I've seen this one, honestly, but I just always pop it in and have a good time with it. It's got Don Stark in here from that 70s show too, Bob.
Huh.
He's one of the bullies in it, but this one's out of print though, so it's kind of hard to find this one.
We got some love here. Brian always has some great picks. That's why he's here. I was like, I don't want you to tell me what you're gonna watch, and I'll go and try to watch it. One, I know he was gonna pick some like deep cuts, and I won't be able to find it without buying a copy myself. So
yeah,
this is better this way. I'm gonna walk away with some movies to track down. So, and Eric loves it too. So that's pretty cool. Keep going.
All right. This one's just about kind of the brain. It's about like a big mutant, like meatball looking like monster.
Oh man!
This one, the bad guy in this movie is actually the same bad guy from Reanimator.
Oh really?
Forget his name, but yeah, he's in here. Just a weird movie. This is another crazy monster movie, man. Just if you like stuff like The Blob, I'd recommend checking this one out.
Yeah.
If you like creature features, giant monsters terrorizing things, this one has some really cool practical effects in it.
We got a Canadian connection. The Brain was filmed around Eric's house up there in Canada. Right. Very cool.
That one's still in print from Screen Factory.
Oh, okay.
Keep going.
Yeah, man.
Knock them out.
Knock them out.
Got Demons 1 and 2, of course. Everybody knows these by now.
Yeah.
But
that just reminds me, I have to do my Rad 9 challenge, the movies that scared us, because that is one of mine. And I have a story with it. The theater scene, the first theater scene in the first one. So
when she gets that face scratch, you know?
Yeah. Just everything after that, I ended up turning it off.
Did you go back to it at all?
Yeah, when I was older, but like I turned it off, and then it was like time to return the video the next day, so I didn't finish watching it that time. But
just like you said earlier, though, with these two movies too, just 90 minutes each. They fly by. There's a heavy metal soundtrack to them. It's just rocking out and gore galore all the time. Everybody thinks that they're done by Dario Argento because it's like Eli Roth presents it as Dario Argento presents, but it's actually Lamberto Bava that directed these movies, and a lot of people think it's Argento, but it's not really him. He's just got his like kind of Italian flair to it, I think.
Yeah. That is definitely more gorish horror than it is like anything to deal with like a giallo or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Gotta love the third generation Bava classics. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Oh man. Yeah. There were a couple of releases of that too. I remember.
I have the regular Blu-ray releases of these too, but this 4K looks awesome.
And then they sell them like, I don't know who it was, but one boutique company sold them separate of each other, 1 and 2.
Arrow, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Arrow UK has the rights in the UK, and I think Synapse has them in the US.
Yeah. They did something like that with one of those Argento films as well, if I remember correctly.
I think they did it with Tenebrae and Phenomena also.
Yeah, because I got the UK of Tenebrae.
Yeah.
Not the Arrow one. Well, it might be Arrow.
The UK is the Arrow, I think, and then the US is the Synapse for both of those.
Yeah, that's what it was. So yeah, I got the Arrow UK. So
yeah, it just depends on what kind of package you want, because they're both the same. Everything else,
same transfer and everything, right?
Same features and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Let's see. Let's finish off the stack.
All right. I'm gonna go with May. This one just got a second site release.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a simple story. This girl just doesn't have any friends. Wants to make friends. She's a really strange girl. Have you seen this one?
I have not, but I'm becoming like a second site stan. So it's like, oh, they're putting something out. I don't care if I like the movie. I want to check it out. So yeah, I keep looking at it, and Mel from My Killer Podcast posted a review because she's a May fan from like back in the day. I think she has like the DVD or whatever.
Yeah, so same here. I've been waiting for this Blu-ray for a long time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new interviews on this too, anyways. But yeah, this movie is pretty wild. It's just this girl doesn't have any friends, and she likes these different parts of people. She likes this one guy's hands and this one girl's neck, and you can kind of see where it goes from there. But she ends up making her own perfect friend.
Woo! So. That sounds okay. That brings a creepy factor for sure. But
yeah, it's almost like a reverse Frankenstein type of story.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty cool. It has that early 2000s vibe to it too. So I like that vibe of the late 90s, early 2000s when I grew up. So
yeah. Trini says you're pulling some of his watch list for the month. I am into looking at Trini's IG stories to see like what crazy off the wall deep cut horror movie he's watching night, because he's not watching like the Saw movies or the Friday the 13th box set. He's going for deep cuts. So
yeah,
he's giving you props here for picking off some of the things he was also watching this month. So pretty cool.
The last one I pulled, I had to pull a grimy movie for the last one. This is just a dirty, grimy movie. It's from Severin Films. It's Beyond the Darkness from Joe D'Amato.
Ooh.
And yeah, that's actually a real corpse in the in the movie. But yeah, I don't know. It's a revolting, disgusting. I don't know. It's one that has necrophilia of all things in this movie. It's one that I don't think you'd like, KB. I'm not sure. It's out there, man.
Nah. I mean, I had to find out Cannibal Holocaust wasn't real in order to watch it, kind of thing. Yeah. So it's like that's beyond my wall.
Yeah.
If I'm in an inebriated state and I'm at somebody's house and they throw it on, I might watch it. But
yeah, I don't know if Coco would like this one either. It does have a Goblin score in it though, so the same people that did a lot of Argento's work, scores and all that.
This is shout out to my wife. I said I wanted to get some lights, and my floodlight design isn't set up yet, so I was like, I just want something that's going to be here and festive and so forth. So she did that. So shout out to her. I won't take the credit, but thank you.
Yeah, those are some of my favorite spooky horror movies, but I could pick many more.
Yeah, I know. I know. You could just go back to one of the walls and just start pulling, but
yeah,
that last one, that was kind of like, how do we really like end it off with a bang? And that was good. What's up, Tony P? We're not going to talk about the Patriots tonight.
What's up, Tony?
Oof, 2 weeks, 3 points, terrible. All right. So a couple more questions, and then we'll land this plane for tonight. I thought Coco was going to pop in here at some point.
He's actually on a live stream on IG with Movie Buff Grant.
Oh, okay.
It was supposed to be at 9 o'clock, but he pushed it to 8.
Okay, no worries. No worries. Just tell her we said what's up. She is missed. All right. So you've seen a lot of movies. There has to be one that just turns you off. Name a horror movie that everybody loves, but you can't stand.
Everyone that loves that I can't stand. I was thinking about this for a while. I'd have to say Get Out, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it about it that do you think it's the popularity of it or just script? What is it?
I think the script for me didn't really work for me. I love Us. Nope, I thought was okay.
Mm-hmm.
But Us was probably my favorite Jordan Peele movie. I just never could get with Get Out too much. I watched it a few times and just tried to, see if I liked it more the second and third watch, but just never stuck.
Interesting. For me, I've seen it promoted so much as a horror movie, and I think of it more of as like a psychological thriller than a horror movie.
Yeah.
So I always think it's miscategorized.
Yeah, I think you're right too.
Interesting.
I would say Babadook too, but there's a lot of divisive people that don't like that too. So
yeah. That's one you got to keep coming back to and saying, do I like this? Is the kid really that annoying? Do I like this?
Yeah, right.
Going back to that last title.
Yeah, it was called Buried Alive back in the day.
Okay. That sounds familiar. Buried Alive sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did I miss any other comments? We got Stephen House saying greetings to the fiends. Love that. I'm gonna lean more towards Us as well. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people. I'm a Get Out person. I don't know what it is because I never really, when it came out, I never put it in this genre. But if I did, I probably wouldn't hold it in the same regard. Babadook, yeah, for sure. All right. This is a new question. Didn't hit you guys when you were on the last time with this one, but it's appropriate for the season. Number 4, name a horror movie that you think needs more love. Like not enough people talk about it. Maybe it never got a Blu-ray or a 4K release, so people don't know it as well.
I picked out 2 for this one. Studio 666 doesn't get love.
Yes. I got to give you some props for that one. I love. Well, first of all, I'm a Foo Fighter fan. I'm a Dave Grohl fan.
Yeah.
Nirvana, whatever. So him and the boys making a movie, that alone is awesome. But it's so funny and quirky and campy.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, you got some good Foo Fighter music in it too. Tell the people about that movie.
What are they doing? They're trying to film their newest album at this house. I guess it's like a haunted house, right? So basically, and they start becoming possessed by, I think, was it Dave Grohl that becomes possessed at first, and he kind of just like starts killing off the band members.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. You got Jenna Ortega in the beginning of it too.
That's right.
But yeah, it's just, if you like it's kind of a mix of, it kind of reminds me of like how Dave Grohl was in some of the Tenacious D stuff, how campy, silly he is, and that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know if you like comedy, horror, and stuff like that. But this one has a lot of good gore, and it's also got some cheap looking gore too at the same time. So
yeah,
it's kind of a
it
mix
is
of both.
an interesting mix, because sometimes it looks like the production value on the effects are like really well done, and then
Yeah.
it looks like straight up like after midnight B movie stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's not like they didn't have a budget, so I think it might have been done on purpose, kind of like to give you that touch of the old school when we didn't have enough money, scrape together some cameras and put a movie together, and then of course like the high universal stuff that
Yeah.
made the movie.
Yeah, I don't know if people it just went under people's radar, or if they don't like Foo Fighters or what, but it just, nobody talks about this one, and it was really good. And it's probably the last time you'll see that drummer too, because he passed away shortly after this.
Yeah, he passed away right before the movie came out theatrically. So rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins, man. Good guy, gone too soon. What's up, Tiana? Dell says, I love the Babadook and the kid was supposed to be annoying. Job well done. Job well done. Yes, I know, because it played into the trauma of the whole thing, but it's up there with Sally screaming in original Texas Chainsaw Massacre for me. Just too much. What's the other one?
The other one is Antlers.
Huh.
No one really talks about this one either. It's about this ancient kind of like terror in the woods called a Wendigo, and he kind of this creature terrorizes this family by taking over the father of this little kid. And Carrie Russell kind of lives by herself in the movie from Felicity. She's the main star, and it's also got what's his name in it, Jesse Plemons from Breaking Bad and stuff. He's the sheriff in the town, and so she sees that she's a school teacher, and she sees that this boy is troubled in her class and everything, and so she kind of follows him home and kind of sees that his dad is taken over by this crazy creature and stuff like that, and he's transforming, but this kid's trying to hide it from everybody else, and so he doesn't know what to do, and it's a wild ride.
Yeah.
Got some really cool effects too.
Yeah, I saw that once, and I didn't get the Blu-ray. I saw it like streaming or whatever, but it's it's pretty good. That is one that people don't talk about.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think maybe because it didn't come with a slipcover or something, but when it came out, people were like, "Oh, $20, no slipcover. I'm not picking it up."
We could be finicky, man. We could be finicky.
Yeah.
What's up, Pap? Thanks for hanging out. Caveman in the house. Yes. If you're enjoying this content, please hit that like button. Check it out, man. Just as we're going through these conversations, as you stop in, as you check them out for the first time, just share it, let people know on your social. That'd be really cool, because we're having fun in here. This is fun. And Caveman, you're coming in at the end. We're about to wrap this up, and I'm gonna go and try to find some food that's not pumpkin pie, or maybe I'll end up going to the supermarket and see if they got some stuff out early. I don't know. But I'm up to my last question for Brian. I hope he had fun tonight. This was a nice hit it and quit it episode with some really good suggestions. Do me a favor, if you could just like put on your IG story or something this time during the week and just mention the movies that we had in that second question. That'd be cool. Or just send it to me and I'll throw it out there.
Of course.
Because you had some good ones, some good choices, and I know instead of rewatching this, people would like to know your choices. So definitely share it. But before you go, you know how the conversations go. You've been on it now twice. Who do you like to see me have a future conversation with on this channel?
Could I cheat by saying my better half?
I
By
would
yourself?
love that. I would love that because
Because we did it
you
together, but you know,
yeah,
it
but
was
you
different.
guys are one of the few couples where it's usually like a plus one involved.
Mhm.
But I think you guys have interesting perspective because like I was just watching your Exorcist Believer review, and Coco's review was so independent and different from yours. And
Yeah.
her experience and her background with the original,
Yeah.
with the OG, is so different and original than yours. I didn't even hear your part when you talked anything about
She
seeing
took
that.
over that one, man. She took over that one.
Yeah, it was her review,
Yeah.
straight up. There were other people involved. She had the whole family out
Yeah,
there.
we had a
It,
family gathering for that one.
yeah, it was like you were just sitting on the side with a plate or something. But yeah, I would love to just do something with Coco. Of course, this month is crazy, but I'm gonna keep the conversations going. Needless to say, so yeah, and that won't be away because we chat. I'll just be like, "Hey, girl, when can you come on here?" Maybe I'll do like a whole thing with the Lost Girls and just have like different conversations with each one because
There you
I
go.
think her and Miss Jess are the only two that I haven't had a conversation with, like one on one or at
Yeah.
all. So Miss Jess is going to be on next week.
Cool.
And no, this week. My bad. Damn, the month is moving by so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. Let me see. Let me double check the date for our Miss Jess fans. Miss Jess is coming up on the 12th. So come hang out, bring your questions for her because that will be fun. But yeah, I would it's up to her. She
She's
wants
down.
to come on. Yeah. So let's see. Before we land the plane, everyone's saying nice conversation. Cheers. Hope you find some pumpkin pie. Thanks, man. Have a good day. I know it's already Tuesday over there, so have a good day. Um, hope you're doing well. Talking to Caveman. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Um, thank you, Dell. I'm enjoying these, man, because it's fun. It's, like I said, it's not just horror. We're talking different spooky, creepy movies. Like my friend
Mm-hmm.
Ryan from Disconnected brought up First Reform. That's not
Yeah.
something people would put with necessarily with spooky season, but it is a creepy movie.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it and you think about it in an open perspective, it is a very creepy movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. But I want to thank everyone in the chat for joining us. I want to thank Brian for coming back on and
Thanks
joining
for
me
having me.
again. Always fun. Looking forward to your next review. What are you guys going to see besides Taylor Swift coming up this month?
I don't really know besides that, and we want to see the new Scorsese film, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
And Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh my gosh. The kids love that, man. That's like their creep out, like how
Yeah.
we used to be with like slasher movies and all the icons. That's their thing now. They like getting spooked by Five Nights at Freddy's, the game, and all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. So I know all those little tweeners are going to be in the theater acting up when that comes out, but
Yeah.
definitely be fun. I look forward to your reviews. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us. Thanks for checking this out. If you like what you see, leave a like. Come back tomorrow. We'll have another conversation. Tomorrow we have Sledgehammer Horror. We got Kenny Sledge and Ashley might join us. We will see. But his movies are definitely interesting. So look forward to discussing those. But until the next time, as I always say, go watch a movie.